that everybody's making a big deal of this single digits thing. You know, we heard Boomer Esiason, you know, he's talking about
it's only two guys, Boomer Esiason and Tom Brady.
Tom Brady, he's crying about it, old man. And so, but I had a question about this. So so I see yesterday that Lynn Bowden Jr., he is got his eyes on number 6, that he wants to switch on over to number 6. However, if they take Slim Reaper, Devontae Smith, he is number 6 in college. So who gets the number? Is the
Slim Reaper?
Is the first round pick
Slim Reaper?
Not Lynn Bowden?
But the other guy's a rookie.
What about seniority?
Here, this is how this goes. You're trying to sell jerseys.
Yep.
Right? All you have to say to Lynn Bowden is no. You see what I'm saying? There's no mix up. No.
I thought it was a seniority thing. Unless
if you playing,
does he try?
Like, okay, it's like if Dan Marino was at the end of his career and Tua came in as the highest prospect ever. Tua getting a different number.
Huh.
Lynn Bowden. Look, not a knock on Lynn Bowden.
He did some nice stuff last year.
Oh, okay. It's Lynn Bowden. That also determines what happens. You see what I mean? It's like, guess what?
Well, how good does the player have to be? Like, if Gesicki wanted number 6, does he get number 6?
Oh, no. No.
Yes, Gesicki
no, he
outranks Smith
no, he
and
doesn't.
Bowden.
Think of it this way. It would have to be somebody like, say, if
what if Devontae
Jarvis Landry wanted it? Devontae Parker still wouldn't get it.
Really?
What is? Come on, dude.
Been with the team forever.
Okay, yeah. He's only out there half a pound of time anyway.
That's fine, but I thought this was all about who's got
Why
tenure.
would he change his number?
I'm not.
Like,
I don't
you're not
think
even being realistic.
I'm not. I'm asking what stat. I'm asking for status.
You're not even being realistic. Okay. Yeah. Why would Devontae Parker want to change it? You don't want to change your uniform when you'd have been playing 4 or 5 years and got a number. But so it doesn't make any sense.
Okay. What about Christian Wilkins?
Well, he's not allowed to wear
single. Why would he want to change his number?
He's not allowed to wear single digits. Defensive line.
Fine.
Yeah. Like.
Okay, so Lynn Bowden's out.
Out.
Interesting.
Guess what? You
Seems
won't hear
harsh.
that. But guess here. I'm gonna give you another one. If they don't draft Slim Reaper, Lynn Bowden mysteriously will end up with number 6.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
if they don't draft him,
but if he's posting photoshops of himself in number 6 on Instagram already. So I was wondering
if he in the Dolphins uniform.
He was.
Okay.
He was.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah, like I don't know. Like okay.
I mean, if the Dolphins, that's the least of their problems if the Dolphins have Devontae Smith in their team.
Well, it was a big thing last year with what Tua's number was going to be. I remember that being like, well, what number is he going to be? Because
he wore 13.
He wore 13 in college.
Yeah, and it was retired. Right. Thank God.
So that obviously wasn't going to be his number, and everybody was going.
I can't believe people had that take that Marino should unretire his number for Tua. Oh my God.
Oh, Dave Hyde wrote a column about it. It was a terrible.
Dude, here's the problem. Like, no matter how great we think somebody is, no matter how good we think somebody is, when you get that new car smell, right, you're willing to just throw all that stuff away, right? So everybody thought so much of Tua, and everybody thinks so highly of Tua that they're willing to forget all that stuff because the new car smell. And that's one of the things about, your history, that if you don't believe in it, don't expect anybody else to.
Agreed.
So, no.
No, there's nobody.
Think about this. Ask Joe Theismann how he feels about number 7 being unretired for Dwayne Haskins.
Well, did they unretire or they just didn't issue it?
Technically, it was never retired. It was just, it hadn't been worn since Heisman.
It had been worn.
Marino's
like teams
retired.
do that too, though. I've seen teams do that. Like
like they're never getting out Sean Taylor's number.
They don't retire it, but if you try to come in there, the players are like, hey, get that back in there.
Yeah, they won't give out Sean Taylor's number in Washington, but like Marino's officially retired. Like I think there's only 3 jerseys that are officially retired by the Dolphins.
Yeah, it's
but I don't think
it's Greaseman and Marino. That's
somebody said only ingrates think like that. Yeah, you're making my point. That's basically what the new car smell is. Forget about.
I'm genuinely surprised by that. Like I get your take because he's gonna sell a lot of jerseys when he gets here, but I'm a little surprised by it just because. But why? Oh God, Robbie! Like
wait.
First round draft pick sells a lot of jerseys.
I know.
Lynn Bowden went to the Pro Bowl.
No,
he did not.
Has he ever led the team in receiving?
No,
he might have for a game.
Okay,
yeah, he might have.
Look, you see all the things you're making.
Yeah, I thought seniority.
No. It goes player.
He's not like a bum. Like he does
player. No, he's on the team.
He plays.
He's not a player though.
Ah.
Wait. Here, this is how you need to determine it. If the Dolphins are going to be successful, are you waiting on Lynn Bowden to have a big year?
I mean, I don't think so, but I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know who knows what his ceiling is.
But it's not a knock on him.
I don't want to
just the way they do things.
Career.
I mean, the reason why Devontae
it's just
Smith
the way
is being drafted
the way
is
things
because
are
of Lynn Bowden.
done. Right. Like, it's not a knock on Lynn Bowden. I hate getting these conversations where, in order for me to keep it real, it got to seem like I'm, mashing on a player. I'm not. I'm not.
Lynn Bowden.
The reality of it is that how you thought, oh my goodness, what number is Tua going to be? Right. You didn't care who had that number.
You mean Lynn Bowden's?
No, I'm just saying when Tua came in, you did not care who had what number.
Yeah,
your question is what number is Tua going to wear?
Yeah, but Tua couldn't take Devontae Parker's number, unless he wanted to pay for it.
No, that's a whole nother story, right? Like nobody has that number.
Yeah, like Devontae Parker had an existing number. Like Lynn Bowden's changed it to a number that nobody has yet, and then it's a fight for an unoccupied number between him and Devontae Smith.
Right.
It's not like Lynn Bowden was wearing 6 last year.
It's not like Lynn Bowden was wearing it since he got into the league.
No, but he's put it out in the universe that he wants the number.
Okay. And if they draft Devontae Smith, they're gonna send him a letter saying, we regret to inform you that your request has been denied.
He's gonna tune into the first press conference. It's gonna be Devontae Smith with
a big old number 6. He ain't gonna hold up a number 1. You know how they put a number 1 on? He gonna start throwing up signs.
Well, I think the best. I think the best one is when LeBron came over here and just took Chalmers' number. They're just like, yeah, Chalmers is 15 now.
And guess what?
They did actually in the middle of the year.
Let me ask you a question.
They did that with Oladipo. Oladipo, remember KZ Okpala was number 4.
Yep.
And all of a sudden he was number 11.
Yeah. You know why? Because of KZ Okpala. Okay? Like, look, that's just the way the world works. We all know. Look, you know. Okay? LeBron came to the Heat. They go, what number is LeBron wearing? Whatever number he wants.
Well, except 23, that was retired.
I mean, you know what I mean, Robbie.
Stupidly retired.
It is true. Made a fake speech about it and everything.
Don't care. Still can wear whatever number he wants. Like, let's not act like, come on, man.
I mean, I'm T. Petty and all, but I definitely would have unretired Michael Jordan's number for LeBron James.
I would have, LeBron could have had number 23.
Yeah. Michael Jordan's number shouldn't be retired in the first place.
Honestly, if LeBron said he wanted, if anything that would have gotten that stupid Michael Jordan jersey out of the rafters, I hate it every time I walk in there.
Now, I will say this. It's something about seeing number 88 as a wide receiver. But here's the problem. Here's where it gets a little skewed. A little receiver can't wear 88. Don't look right.
That's
it
true.
Looks like this. It looks like the 70s with the baseball player. It just doesn't look. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah, you gotta be a big guy.
That little guy, Jakeem Grant, if he wanted to, could wear 8. It would fit. right?
Yes.
It looks good because he's a small dude.
Yep.
It's just like it looks equivalent to, the fat guy that's wearing 3 in college.
Oh God, you're gonna see that with linebackers. It's gonna look so.
It's hilarious. But you got 120 guys on your team.
It's
like,
fat,
dude.
Fat guy in a little coat.
When I first got to Michigan, I had to stay on the other side of the field because we had 233s. Like, it's the craziest thing.
Oh yeah, like the Canes.
When I was at Michigan, Gupta was there, and Lucy Liu at school at the same time.
Wow.
Kai goes on text. Text writes in, they should go by who has more Twitter followers.
I mean, no.
We're just
still women. I would assume that a Heisman Trophy winner has more Twitter followers.
Oh, I'm sure.
Lynn Bowden.
Lynn Bowden low key balled at Kentucky. He was a wide receiver who took over a quarterback for like the last 6 games, and he was a baller in college fantasy football. Like, yeah.
But guess what? Well, first of all, let's back this up. Did you just say a baller in fantasy football in college?
Yeah, he was a guy who could play.
No,
wide receiver or quarterback.
You play fantasy football in college?
Well, I didn't play last year. They didn't have it last year because not every conference was playing.
Okay, that's a whole nother story.
But yes, in 2019 I played.
What exactly is balling at Kentucky if you ain't playing basketball?
Oh, Tim Couch.
Yeah.
Hey, how'd that work out?
Hefty lefty.
Hefty left. Rest in peace.
Woo! Rest in peace. He was a big one. Not bigger than that guy at FAU though.
Oh, Josh Allen, not the linebacker who's on the Jaguars.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He's not balling.
Okay, he had a couple, but come on.
Stevie Johnson, old Bills receiver. That's a little random.
But come on, when I say he was balling at Kentucky, they're like, wow, he's gonna be a lottery pick.
Benny Snell, Steelers running back.
Let's see, Lynn Bowden Jr. Give me the college stuff here.
Oh yeah. Go to college. There's a college football reference. Yeah, it's weird. He has passing and receiving stats.
Yeah, I'm looking. Well, he had passing stats last year. You'd be happy to know, Robbie. He had twice the average completion of Tua Tagovailoa in his 2 passes last year.
Hey, yeah, Marvin Harrison looked good and looked great in '88.
Yeah, but when Marvin Harrison played, there was no. I don't think there was no teens receivers back then when Marvin Harrison played.
I think Randy Moss wore teens all the way up until the start of the football season, his rookie year, because he put in a petition to wear a team.
Yeah, like those guys like you see in the preseason, you see guys wear single digits, but then if they
somebody
make the team,
Michael Irvin was not small, dude. We're talking about the difference between having Michael Irvin in a big number and Jakeem Grant.
Yeah, Lynn Bowden did low-key ball at Kentucky. I mean, 1,400 receiving yards his last year. On top of it, really, so like 1,800 total yards because he had some receiving yards in there too. He had 14 touchdowns, and then in passing, he threw for 400 yards.
What was that, receiving?
Receiving, he had 30 catches for 348 yards and a touchdown. He rushed for 1,468 yards, 13 touchdowns, and he passed that year for 403 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Is that all in one year?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
He wasn't the quarterback until the last half of that season.
Again, I tried to preface this by saying, this is not a knock on Lynn Bowden. Stop. Okay? Stop. But I'm telling you, if you get the Heisman Trophy winner and number 6 is up for grabs, you tell me who's getting that number.
I think what you're saying is logical, but I always thought there was a big thing of seniority in football.
Sure there is, but seniority, okay, how can I put this? Seniority on the team. Not like in basketball, it would be a bench player demanding that he get a certain number.
I get you.
Right.
Big Manford says, any thoughts on what the Dolphins will do on Thursday?
Wow, what a question.
I mean, no thought. I really have no. I go into this draft. I go into next week, and I really have. I have no pulse on what they're doing, which I think is exactly what Chris Greer wants. And they could trade. Like I won't be surprised if they trade down. I won't be surprised if they take. I think the only thing right now that I'm probably surprised by is if they end up taking Sewell. I think that'd be like.
I would just. I think
that's the only. That's the only thing I'd be surprised by, and I think a little disappointed by.
If all of the conversations that you've heard for the last 3 months, all the trades, all the conversations, all of the, interviews, all the stuff that we've done, if we get to that draft and they say, with 6th pick in the NFL draft, the Miami Dolphins select Penei Sewell.
Yeah. It's going to be a little bit of a... But, I mean, then they have another pick. I mean, maybe they get like Najee Harris, and I'm excited about that.
No, that upsets.
I can pretty much tell you, if that happens, you won't have Leroy for the 2nd pick.
Really? You're out.
Power outage, like Joe Rose.
Yeah.
So if a lineman gets... So you're just putting it out there right now.
Yeah.
If a lineman gets you don't want to talk to Penei Sewell?
No, I don't like. I don't look. I'm not a big fan of 17 people on the Skype or on the Zoom, and we going around the horn. If you have a question, ask a question. If you don't have a question, don't be forced to ask a question.
I agree with that.
Like, it sounds stupid. It sounds stupid, and what ends up happening is you have somebody who has their kid ask a question.
Yeah, that did happen last year.
Right. So no. Like, if I have a question, like when we do interviews, if I have a question, I ask it. If I don't, I let you keep going.
In fairness, though, I don't think a kid's going to want to ask a lineman a question. A kid wants to ask Tua a question.
Which makes it even worse, dude. Like Tua's going to be a good dude about it.
Oh, yeah.
But no. But I don't need it. Just because I'm there don't mean I need to ask a question. Like, no. But if I have one, I'll ask.
But if you had to ask questions, the last guy you want to ask questions to is Sewell.
I'm like, okay.
Because I got my question lined up for him if it's him.
Somebody will ask that question because you only have like 3 questions.
Now, my question is going to be, what's your favorite thing for breakfast? Is it pancakes?
That's a good question.
Wait, no. You have to do it with a straight voice. Like you have to do it with a straight face, right? Yeah. So everybody look at you like this idiot. Right? Because come on, that's the only way. Be
like,
and it's not. Look, first of all, think of it this way: you're going to spend the 6th pick in the draft for basically a right tackle, right?
Well, yeah.
I don't know.
Because it's his front side. It's his front side.
I don't know, but isn't he naturally a left tackle?
Yeah.
You're missing my point.
Yeah, but they could put Jackson at right tackle too.
You're missing my point.
I thought you said that was a myth last year.
Yeah, you did.
What?
You thought you said
It is. But when you draft players, who is the most important offensive lineman?
The blind side.
Right, but I'm just saying,
great movie.
It's the left tackle.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but your quarterback's left-handed.
I thought you said this was complete bull bleep last year.
Okay, but here, do you want to spend, again, what I'm saying to you is, in the history of football, and I'm not going to say this isn't true, but I can think of off the top of my head, has a right tackle ever gone top 5?
Ooh, I don't know.
He would have to have played for a left-handed quarterback in college. That's the only way.
I know. Baselli played left tackle, and he had Brunell.
Right. Okay. But right. I understand that.
He went number 1.
But again, you understand what I'm saying is that you're spending a top 10 pick on the equivalent of a right tackle.
Yeah, but I don't know if I don't know if they would. Like, that's what I'm asking though. Like, if they draft Sewell, like, do you think they're gonna make him play left tackle, right tackle?
No. You don't switch him. Like, I'm not saying you switch him, but I'm saying with the needs that they have on offense, needing a running game, needing a running back, needing a wide receiver.
He took three linemen. He took 3 linemen last year.
Even defensive linemen, right? A pass rush, linebacker, with all the things that you need. If you go in and get what is equivalent to a right tackle, that would be kind of a letdown.
Guy goes, you should get Joe Rose on the show and see what he says.
No,
he's right here.
Just hey, Robbie, shout out to Joe Rose during the break. See what he says. Who's he got the Dolphins taking?
Well, Tobin, you said you probably can finally see what I'm seeing because I've been watching Get Up, and the lead story to Get Up was the Cowboys and Kyle Pitts had a virtual meeting.
I saw that Jerry Jones is infatuated. Well, did you see the trade that I think Bill Barlow does an all trade mock draft, and so even number one, it was like the Jaguars got Justin Herbert and traded the number 1 pick to the Chargers. Never happened, but he just does it. It's wacky.
He has to have a trade for every pick. That's the rule.
And so Bill Barnwell traded the Dolphins got number 10 from the Cowboys and Amari Cooper for the Cowboys to move up to number 6 and get Kyle Pitts.
And he actually says he actually makes it sound like it's a good trade for both teams. Like, obviously, I would do that for the Dolphins.
Yeah, because he was saying because they need to get money off the books for Dak.
Yeah, they got to dump somebody. He's got like $22 million guaranteed and all that stuff. But yeah, do it in a heartbeat.
Not into it.
Not into it.
Even though Amari Cooper's home team, not into it.
But you still get a first. I mean, you only move back 4 spots, and even he pointed out in the article, you could still get a receiver at 10 if you still wanted to do that.
Yeah, but they're not going to, right? Like, if you have to take up that contract from Amari Cooper, you're not going to do that.
You're probably not.
So question. Would you trade the pick if you knew you could get Kyle Pitts? Because here's what I'm saying.
I don't think so.
At some point, with all these draft picks, you're hoping to get a Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
Right. That's my point.
Well,
when trading down to acquire more picks makes no sense. That's the situation. If you have an opportunity to get Kyle Pitts, I don't care what a team is going to give you. It's like at some point you're hoping to get Kyle Pitts. Don't you have to pull the trigger eventually? You can't just keep having picks.
Yeah, and the Cowboys would only do that move to get Kyle Pitts. That's the only reason they would make that trade.
Right. Now, here's what may happen. And I wouldn't be shocked. That they're not even going to even talk to the Dolphins. They're going to go to Atlanta.
That makes more sense, I would feel like.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you go to Atlanta, you're going to have to give up a lot more.
Yeah, but that's the insuring pick, though, isn't it? Like, if you're that infatuated with him.
Yeah.
I mean, the Cowboys have a lot of pieces. You got your quarterback, allegedly. You got your
quarterback.
Wide receiver.
They got CeeDee Lamb last year. Yep, and they got Zeke still. So yeah, I mean, Jerry, he ain't getting any younger. He's.
Well, here's the other problem. Their problem ain't offense.
It's on the
True.
defense. They should stay as takes or 10.
Their
but
offense.
Seems, yeah, I saw that's where Senior wants him to go too. He thinks that makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, because they have no defense.
Yeah.
So I would say that in your efforts to make your team better, that's probably not the best move. If you want flash,
Jerry likes flash. Jerry likes flash.
Then that's fine. But now you want to be in a shootout every week?
What about this, guys? I just thought about this literally right now. We've been talking draft for months now, and this idea just came into my head right now this second.
Well, get your finger ready.
I want Surtain on the Dolphins. I would love to have Surtain, but obviously the Dolphins have too many corners. They have two of the highest paid corners in the league. There's been rumors about Xavier Howard trade rumors because of his big contract. The Dolphins need a wide receiver. What if they traded Xavier Howard for the ultimate top receiver, and then at 6 you draft up Patrick Surtain?
What now?
You trade Xavier Howard.
So he wants to. So you traded Xavier Howard for Amari Cooper?
Maybe not. It could be better than Amari Cooper. Yeah. You know what? Fine. Xavier Howard for Amari Cooper, and then use the 6th pick of the draft to take Patrick Surtain.
No, that's not enough. Amari Cooper is not as good as what he does as Xavier Howard is at what he does.
Well, yeah, we have to factor in contract and stuff.
I don't care about that.
He still is under contract. He still is under contract. Like Xavier Howard might hold out this year, and he might be upset about the money they gave to Byron Jones, but like, there's a reason he's had 3 different agents in 3 years. Like, he could be upset, but ultimately he's probably going to still have to show up for this year, and I don't think they're going to trade him. Like, he was their best player last year. You'd probably actually get a lot. I mean, honestly, Robbie, you'd probably get a lot for him if somebody did want to get into that venture. Like, Jalen Ramsey got 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
And they had to pay him a monster contract, too. Bigger contract.
Tommy's not there, dude. Stop looking.
No. I'm looking at this quote from Jerry Jones. And every time I do Jerry Jones, I just think about his voice. And it says, this is what he said to Kyle Pitts. He goes, I'm excited to have you come into the league. What a pair you could be with old Dak Prescott. I'm like, did he really say old Dak? Like, it says there on the quote, old Dak Prescott.
They really.
I'm like,
you mean the quarterback you didn't want to pay?
Yeah. What a parent. What a parent he could be.
So funny, get up, let up the top of the hour, each hour with the Zoom meeting between the Cowboys and Kyle Pitts.
Do we? He's had Zoom meetings with everybody, right?
Yeah, when the Cowboys, it's front
but
center.
Jerry's one of those guys. Like, when Jerry's infatuated, like, oh, what's wacky Jerry Jones gonna do?
Who was the last person he was infatuated with? Was it?
I feel like there was stuff with that with CeeDee Lamb last year too. I feel like there were people were like, oh, he's infatuated with CeeDee Lamb, and then Lyle Collins, that was a big thing where he like wined and dined him, like brought him to the Jerry Jones mansion.
Zach Martin, that was another one. He stole Zach Martin from us. We were 1 pick away from getting Zach Martin, and we ended up with what's the guy's name? Jawan James.
Is it bad that the only thing that could happen with everybody being disappointed in this year's draft is if the Dolphins end up with Penei Sewell?
Well, I mean,
Smith.
I think there are people who are scared of Devontae Smith. I'm not going to be. I'm going to be excited if they get
I don't think here's why you're that way. Because I don't think you understand what 166 pounds looks like on an NFL football field. I don't think you understand the disparity when the average cornerback is 200 pounds. So before you even put a uniform on, you're at a 33-pound disparity?
He's not Slim Jim. He's Slim Reaper. You know what the Reaper brings? Leroy, do you know what the Reaper brings? Death. Death. Right. That's what the Reaper brings. Okay. And you know what he's going to bring? Death to your defense.
Okay. Here, let's think of it this way. How much will the Dolphins have to adjust their offense to try to keep him from getting hit?
I don't know.
You understand what I'm saying, though?
No, I don't. This is like one of those football things.
No. What I'm saying is that there's certain guys that you are willing to change your scheme for. Is he one of them?
I am.
You do realize. Great point by this time. You do realize you're basically drafting Dan Day.
I'm not drafting Dan Day. Dan Day is not Slim Reaper.
Dan Day weighs more than 166 pounds.
Get out of here.
Thank God there's no St. Patrick's Day during the season.
I'm just telling you.
What's his wingspan?
Who, Dan Day's?
No, not Dan Day's. I don't care about Dan Day's wingspan or catch radius.
Look, a wingspan don't matter for a chicken wing because you only eat the tip.
Dude, we've literally got 4 seasons in a row with Jakeem Grant out there. He's literally
playing a slot and being a specialty guy. He's never going to be your starter.
70 and a half is the wingspan. Inches.
So that means it's equivalent to how tall he is.
Well, he's not short. He's 6'1". 6'1's not short.
Okay, but no, that's your reach is usually around your wingspan is usually about the same height as your length as your height.
Will you be more
except
upset
in basketball? Because remember they always exaggerate that in basketball.
Will you be more upset if they take Sewell or Slim Reaper?
I think Sewell. I think Leroy will be more
Slim
upset.
Reaper.
Really?
You'll be more upset if they take Slim Reaper.
Here's why. Because even if I'm not a fan of drafting a lineman that high, okay, when you have so many other needs that you can get the best at, he is the best player he's the best offensive lineman coming out, and they say he is the most NFL ready. So if you should end up with him, even though I may not agree with it, he is a plug and play guy. So, but Devontae Smith, you bring him in, you got to figure out what can he do? Can he avoid this? What we got to do with our offense to keep him off the big guys? What do we got to do for this, that? Yes. So, all right, go ahead. There's only one person that's ready, but that's NFL ready right now. That's Penei Sewell. So, although I personally have a problem with it, if they ended up with Penei Sewell, would I be happy? No. But would I understand it? Yes.
Boring though.
There's nothing that you can tell me based on what I understand of football that would lead me to believe that 165-pound wide receiver is a game changer. And if I'm drafting top 10, top 15, he needs to be somewhat of a game changer.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
Yep.
All right, because you were saying a lot of the same
Sewell is
thing.
only 20 years old.
He's a baby.
Okay. He's a baby mauler.
Yes.
Loves pancakes.
Yep.
Because you were preaching a lot of the same stuff with Tua last year because of the hip.
Uh-huh.
But you're still preaching patience with him. Are you gonna still have that same patience for Slim Reaper if they take him?
Different type of patience though. The reason why I said that is that I am not a fan of drafting a guy that you have health issues with. Now that we see that it wasn't an issue, okay, now he just fits right into the role of quarterback. And you have to be patient with a quarterback.
What do you think's going to happen to him? Is he going to turn into Pat White? He's not going to get clotheslined out there.
Who?
Slim Reaper.
What's going to happen?
Yeah.
Is they're going to put them hands on him. They're going to bump him around. They're going to push him around. And I don't know what you know about sports, but if you run a 4.2 and you weigh 165 pounds, somebody could basically chicken wing you and you're out of the picture.
What if he does a flop and then they call a penalty? And then all of a sudden he's free willy-nilly.
They're going to make their presence known. No, I'm telling you.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
That means that we're going to do whatever we can to disrupt this little receiver.